Good evening. This is Joe Arlinghaus. It is Saturday night. I am in Michigan. It is a couple of hours after I guess it's almost 3 hours after the shooting of President Trump. Uh, I've been glued to my TV the last few hours, like I'm sure you have, horrified by the news of the night. I was not looking at the rally. I was watching something with my father and got a got a call from my wife saying, "Turn on the news. President Trump has been shot." It's horrifying. It's upsetting. It's a situation that we haven't faced in America for a very long time. I remember as a little boy the shooting of President Reagan, and I remember it was close in time to the shooting of Pope John Paul II as well. It was a weird moment for a little boy. I was 11, I think, 10, almost 11. And of course, people older than me can remember the political violence of the late 60s, the early 60s as well. Clearly, there has been violence in America towards candidates throughout our history. It's not something new, but it is disturbing that in this time when we have so much protection, so many Secret Service agents who are out there screening people to come into a rally like this, that still somehow an assassin gets through. But moments like this are moments for prayer. Uh, you know, I am the founder of a super PAC, and we fight in politics, and we use a lot of the rhetoric of fight. And I think that rhetoric is perfectly legitimate and good and American. But there are certain moments when you turn off the rhetoric for a moment and you turn to God. And I think that's what we need to do tonight. The political battle is important, but the only acceptable battle in our country is a political one. For too long, frustrated people, and lately Democrats especially, have used rhetoric that's over the line, saying that Republicans are a danger to democracy, that Donald Trump is a danger to democracy. Um, Acting as if we don't really have the right to disagree. We don't have the right. We're almost as if we're less human than they are. I'm sure that that's gone both ways at different times. There's always extremists that we can't really control as well. But I think we need to think a lot about these things. Political disagreement and fighting are ideas that are totally American. Um, so is arguing and shouting. Free speech should always be allowed. Even if there are extremists who take it further, that doesn't make the words of fighting wrong. Donald Trump's a fighter, and he loves the rhetoric of the boxing ring. So do I. I fear the ideas of the Democratic Party. I do. But I do not fear those people, not Joe Biden, not any of his supporters, not my pro-choice extremist fellow citizens, not people who want to destroy, things like traditional marriage and the other beliefs that are really important to me. These are my brothers. Every American is my brother and a child of God, no matter what their beliefs are. At this moment, I am praying, and I encourage you to pray, especially for those bystanders who were injured or killed tonight, and for their families who are suffering because of that. I also think we must pray for Donald Trump and his family. Nobody gets involved in politics imagining that there's a high likelihood of being hurt, being killed, and yet anyone who's studied any history knows the history of political assassinations in this country. And a president like Donald Trump, has been briefed enough on foiled attempts on his life that he knows the reality of this better than anyone does. But it's different to have actually been shot. It is different for his family to realize how close he came to dying tonight. And they deserve our prayers. They deserve our gratitude and our prayers for being in the arena, for being in the battle in spite of these things. we though we should reflect on violence in politics, always remind ourselves of the truth that violence doesn't solve these things, that rioting and property damage, let alone hurting people, doesn't solve anything. Still, we must press on with our election this year, and with our battle for political power in this country that we Republicans, we conservatives, are seeking. We want to help America and its people by winning. We believe that that's what's best for America, and we shouldn't waver in that. Our nation needs truth. It needs reform, and more than anything, it needs a return to a stronger relationship with the Creator, the King of Kings, the Prince of Peace, the person whose whose leadership, whose goodness, whose omnipotence uh, overcomes every human weakness. May God bless us and Donald Trump and America on this difficult night. Thank you so much.